Hey, good afternoon. Hope everyone is doing well. It's a little noisy where I'm at right now, so I'll try to speak as clear and as loud as possible. But I do want to get to some things that I've been seeing again, unfortunately, take place here on our land in Minneapolis, Minnesota. First and foremost, I want to apologize and give my deepest condolences to the family who lost a mother, a daughter, friend, colleague, a neighbor. It is by far the worst thing that any family could go through when they lose a family member. Unfortunately, sadly, I know that feeling personally myself. So for me at this point, I don't want to look at it politically, and I don't want to mix in anything with ICE related Republicans or Democrats. It's a loss of life which can never be replaced. So my condolences to the family. And again, I don't want anyone to take this message the wrong way, to think that now I'm getting into politics and whatnot. I'm just sharing what I feel, what I see, and hopefully most of you guys are also using common sense. Let me kind of get out of this spot so it's not too noisy. Well, unfortunately, we witnessed a tragic event that took place in Minnesota that was involved a single lady in a vehicle and an ICE federal agent. Don't smoke. Smoking is bad for you. But now you are seeing the outcome of, again, what social media and prime news channels are putting out there. They're now speaking completely incorrectly. And for some odd reason, you feel like they're trying to start another Minnesota and United States riots. Now, I'm going to speak on my personal experiences that I've had. I was on the freeway and I had pretty severe kidney stones. And when the pain starts, if anyone has ever had kidney stones, you kind of black out. Not literally, but you just want to get to a destination. And I was on my way driving myself to a hospital. And I was one exit away, and the highway patrol had an incident on the freeway and had shut it down. And I was pretty far distance away from that highway patrol. I said, if I just pull to the right, I might be able to get away and just exit. I was literally just waiting to exit. But he shut down the whole freeway, and I took a chance. Well, that backfired on me. The highway patrol came, was so angry, and at the moment I didn't really analyze and didn't care because I was in pain myself, and I said, I'm trying to go to the hospital. He said, do you understand that I'm out here putting my life on the line, and you are risking that by trying to break all the rules that I've physically, literally turned on my lights and blocked off the freeway, and you're trying to endanger my life, which was pretty serious. And much younger at the time, I didn't really care. I was just trying to get to where I need to do and take care of my own issues. Here we see in Minnesota and around US, ICE agents, federal ICE agents, doing their job, and we have people who are going out of their way to not only interrupt what they're hired to do, but in some cases are causing serious threat to those federal agents. Now, let me ask you, if you're watching this, let's say on your street there was a disturbance call. We don't know what happened, just someone called for a disturbance. A unit or two show up to your neighbors or on your street, and then they decide that they need to have an investigation. Do you think you can cross through those lines that they barricaded or they've created for themselves and go and get involved with their work line of duty or interrupt them or cause any drama that we are witnessing take place only against ICE and Border Patrol officers. Absolutely you can. I know it, you know it. But if you even attempt to cross any of those lines, you will be taken care of real quick. And that's your local police department doing that, right? We've all seen car chases take place. How many times we've unfortunately witnessed when a suspect is trying to run away and gets blocked in, and there are no officers that are out of their vehicles, and the car starts backing up and ramming against the cop's car. One time they do it, what happens the second time if they try? They unload their magazines, because now their lives are endangered, correct? Why is it different? The same, even worse case scenario for our ICE agents. And remember, they did not wake up and decided to show up there. They got hired. They went through interviews. They did their due diligence and paid their dues to become federal agents. That's their job. That's what they're required to do. When the order comes in, we know about the orders, they go and do it. Why are we holding federal agents to such a low level that anyone on the street could go, push them, spit on them, throw rocks at them, and at some points run them over and attempt to murder them? How is this normal? And I'm not blaming the viewers or the average citizen. See, it's not them that is, well, I take that back. Obviously, you are blinded, brainwashed so deeply, and it's so deeply rooted in your system that when your senator calls out for you to go commit a murder or attempt to commit crime against federal agents, you think you got wings and you could just fly and do that. In this case scenario, unfortunately, this woman could never come back. There's nothing that the Minnesota politicians could do to bring this woman back to their family, to their loved ones, correct? But who motivated them to get to this point? While now that jerk of a governor is sitting in his home with his family, enjoying his life, while that family lost their loved one. There's no coming back from this. So if you guys continue to follow the lead of, I don't know what word to use. I don't know why, again, I'm going to use Democrats and maybe even Republicans do this, but I don't know why you allow yourself to become a victim of someone else's crime. They want this. They want us to go to war. Don't you guys get it? Can you snap out of it and think about yourself, your family, before you go and attack another ICE agent or anybody in that case? It doesn't matter if it's an ICE agent, local police, federal, it doesn't matter, man. They're doing their job. Give them some respect. Give them some space. How do you think that person that pulled the trigger now feels? Because I'm positive he has a heart. He has a soul. He cares. You think he's going to be able to live his life after what he has gone through, what he had to go through and do this unthinkable murder? Self-defense? And I'm using the same words, unfortunately, that most newscasts are putting it out there. Murder. He's a murderer all of a sudden. 2 people lost in this case scenario. The lady that lost her life and her family, and that person who pulled the trigger. He's scarred for life. There is no training that could bring him back out of this situation. Stay safe. And let's protect one another. God bless each and every one of you. I hope that